Hi there, and welcome back to another video. I am still pregnant, and I just wanted to come on and share a little bit of the things that I've been doing lately to try and get baby to flip and also prepare for labor. If you haven't seen this channel, it's called Built to Birth with Bridget Tyler, I think her name is. She's a doula and a birth educator, and she is on YouTube, she is on Instagram, and she is so knowledgeable and she has so much to share. So I've been watching like a ton of videos from her, and I've been practicing different things. So one of the things that I'm practicing for my home birth is breathing, so I've just been really focusing on how I'm going to breathe during contractions, and she calls it the de-stressor breath. And so I've been practicing that, and then really realizing that like my breath is going to be my best friend during labor. Last time I did pretty darn good, like up until 7 centimeters. But then after 7 centimeters, the midwife was like, we should go to the hospital. And anyways, we ended up going there. And from there, I had the epidural. So it's very different from this time, hopefully. So I'm really hoping that this time around, I'm going to be able to do it naturally. You never know. Like, I'm also like trying not to be too focused on it because you never know. And I have also been going to see the pelvic floor physio a few times, and I learned a lot from her. A few of the things that I want to share that I learned from her was that I have it all written down here, but she was saying, which I had no idea, she was saying that if you have the option, or if the baby's not coming, like heart rate's dropping, whatever it is, she said out of vacuum and forceps are much high risk of injury to the pelvis, tearing, possibly the baby. She said vacuum is less of an impact, but she said if you have the options between forceps and a C-section, and she said you can ask if they're gonna do high or low forceps. She said that if it's high, it's a lot easier and better to recover from a C-section than it is from using forceps. And I, who am just like afraid of C-section, I'm so afraid of C-section. I do not want to have a C-section. Everything about me just makes me, I don't know, uncomfortable. I don't want it. So in that situation, I would have said forceps until I talked to my pelvic floor physio. So that is just a little bit of information. I'm sure you can Google it, find some studies on it. She said that this is all obviously backed by research. Yeah, so another thing she was also saying was that whole thing about epidural. I'll just say quickly here because I have a separate video about that. I'll keep linking down below. But basically with an epidural, you need to avoid to lie on your sacrum and tailbone. You need to put a prop underneath your sacrum, just above your tailbone, so that you don't get that pressure on your tailbone, so the tailbone can't move. Because what happens, and that's what happened to me last time, and I'm so like, I feel frustrated that nobody told me this. But my tailbone basically got destroyed from my birth. So I couldn't sit for like 6 months on like hard surface. So during at the beach and stuff during the summer, I was so uncomfortable. And it was a horrible experience. Because I was straight on my tailbone. It was I don't even know, like everybody should know this information. But the truth is the care providers, they don't. And a lot of the times they don't care, like they want your kid out and then let's move on with the day. I'm so surprised that they don't know though, because like such a huge impact on mama. It's just so uncomfortable and horrible to heal from. So I just want to share that because it's such a valuable information. And if you have the epidural, know that you can birth on your side. didn't know that I could birth on my side, so I just followed whatever they were saying. So that's another option. Prop something underneath your sacrum or lie on your side. That way it would be a lot easier, not just to birth the baby, but for you to, like, afterwards, you won't destroy your tailbone, just misaligning your pelvis. Yeah, it's just great advice. So take it. Another thing that I've been doing, but we haven't done as much, I've sort of forgot about it. So I'm going to start doing that tonight again. Me and Sunny have been doing a perennial stretch. And that I found sort of interesting. I've never done it before. But it's sort of interesting because you put 2 fingers up there, your vagina, and then you sort of push towards your bum and then spread your fingers out and then sort of pull towards your perineum. And the perineum is that area between your bum and your vagina. So, Sunny's been doing that on me, because you can also do it on your own with your thumbs or whatever. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm so heavy and big, like, it's the last thing I want to do. So anyways, he's been doing a fantastic job at that. And then I am supposed to breathe through that sensation. And that sensation is it's uncomfortable. I wouldn't say that it really hurts, but it isn't, like, pleasant. And it's sort of supposed to be that way, sort of stretching the tissues a little bit, but also learning to breathe through that. Because obviously it's going to stretch, baby's going to come out. And so that's also been really helpful when it comes to me like practicing breathing for labor. So yeah, hopefully that will be, like, you know, helpful for when birth comes. Other things I've been doing has been stretching. So I've been on my birth ball, doing hip circles, figure 8. I've been up and down, doing inversion, forward leaning inversion is what it's called. So you're sort of up on the couch, kneeling on the couch, and then you go down on the floor with your forearms like this, and then you breathe. And then the reason for that one is to try and get baby in optimal position, and the optimal position is spine against my belly, and not spine against spine. So she's sort of been, like, facing towards the right and then towards my spine, and that was sort of how River was last time. It was a hell of a process. It was so long, it was so uncomfortable, and having to do that during labor is just no fun. So if you can do that before labor, like, yeah, do it. Stretch, do those inversions, like, go on spinning babies. They have all the exercises there, so really good. I also got some from my physio. So some of them are here. I'm gonna show you quickly. One of them is child's pose. You can also, I've been doing one where I have sort of my arms up on the birth ball, and then doing a child's pose, which I thought felt really good, because you get that space for your belly. So highly recommend that one. Deep squat, I do that also a lot. Feels really nice for my hips, opening up my pelvis. That also will help baby to get lower down into your pelvis. You can also do this during labor. What else? Happy baby and deep lunge. I haven't been doing happy baby because I'm so heavy, so I don't really want to lie on my back with all that weight. But I have been doing deep lunges, which also feels really good. And I've been doing these deep lunges with my arms on the birth ball, and then one leg bent out to the side and another one behind me. So that one has also been really good. Trying to think what other ones I've been doing. I'm just trying to open up my pelvis. That's basically what I'm doing. I've been doing a few, like, that stretch my shoulders on the birth ball, like sort of in a child's pose position. And then cat-cow is also a very good one, where I've been doing that on the birth ball as well. So all of those are really good, and highly recommend doing that before labor. Last time around, I thought that I was, like, sort of prepared. I wasn't, like, not even close to where I'm at now. So I feel really good and confident in handling this labor. And I just want to say that, like, if you are pregnant, planning to be pregnant, really educate yourself in what's coming. Go and see a pelvic floor physio. Watch Built to Birth on YouTube. She has a million videos. She has a course as well that she sells, but I didn't buy that. I've just been watching a bunch of her YouTube videos. Did see the pelvic floor physio a few times. Hire a doula if you can. Just read books, educate yourself on what's coming, what you can do to prepare. Another thing that I have also been doing is preparing like what I want during birth. Sort of been writing like notes down so that my doula has, that my partner has, so that I have different things to lean on during labor, because obviously it's going to be a very challenging time, lengthy usually, hopefully not, since I already paved the way. So yeah, it's you feel more empowered when you have all that education and like you're just informed. Like, imagine with the forceps and the C-section, I would have no clue, and I would just be like, forceps, destroy my pelvis, tear, like possibly injure the baby's head. Like, no, C-section all the way then, which I would never know if I didn't go and see that pelvic floor physio. So educate yourself. And if you have any questions or tips or anything like that, I would love to hear it down below. And thanks again for tuning in and watching. Remember to hit the bell if you want to get notified when I come out with more videos. And thanks again for watching. Bye.